Hello, are you there?
Thank you, Mr. Gurti. Thank you very much. Welcome. Thank you. We appreciate it. I just want you to know as well that this program is also being relayed here on the Liberian Public Radio Live as well, because I think the subject matter here this evening is very important for all of us to have a fruitful discussion. So thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay, let's just get the ball rolling because we have some challenges at times. You left from Liberia. Are taking couples of time. There are lots of issues. There are lots of things that are happening back home. What is your own impression about what is happening back home in Liberia and Grand Julia to be specific, totally where we are this evening broadcasting?
Well, to be honest with you, again, before I go further, let me just say this here very shortly. I'm the uncle my point with the motor watch our rule, most sensible on our rule. Yeah, we will win the buy and uncle or day in a year and brother near James, sure, or no declaring and Jim or wow. Now they're quite on the rock here. Since it I will walk and not a ye thought and that all. So anyway, let's go back and I hope that your audience don't mind me mixing it up tonight, because I still do have the ability to speak the Town language real well. Ula in this one go nepo flondo hamoy. Flondo clivis guy with go your poet cruro. So your any this one go nepo flondo hamoy. So let's go ahead. I'm happy to be on here this evening, to be honest with you. I'm very happy to be with you here this evening and to discuss issues that perhaps affecting our brothers and sisters back home. Because, it's very good. The future of Liberia, the future of Grand Julia, the future of Town. It is within the young people, those of you that are young, it is within your grasp. What you make of it is what comes out of it. So I'm glad to be on here, Mr. Yuji. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah, yeah, right. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, well, I know. I just said thank you for the opportunity that we're here to whatever it is that you have for us to discuss. We're willing to discuss that.
Okay, before we talk to about issue, let's look at Tobli. Tobli is one of the beautiful town, a gateway to Grand Julia. And you are there in the United States of America. You got your platform there, the Tobli Development Association in the United States of America. What are those things that you're planning and you are thinking about Tobli when it comes to development matter?
Well, yeah, you have Tobli Development Group here, headed by our own little brother, Mr. Jerry Sapi. And these young people are doing the best they can. To be honest with you, I'm not that much involved with it. And there might be some other reason why I'm not yet being contacted specifically. But that does not negate my own responsibility as somebody from Town to contribute whatever that I have to contribute. And I'm sure when these young men see it fit to contact me or to let me know what type of developmental agenda they have in mind and what would be my own contribution. Once that request is made to me, we have to do what we have to do to get Town going, to be honest with you.
Okay. I think you also heard what is happening back home in terms of land dispute between the Babo district and BIA district, encroachment of land by illegal migrants. I don't know what is it like that the totally citizen in the United States of America are thinking about and what are they planning to and what is happening back home.
Well, this land issue, I believe you're speaking in terms of the Burkinabe and their encroachment on the BI district land, which is very, very disheartening for all of us from that area. Those of us that are still connected. In the with the Mamuya, I already close beyond time really essentially, and I'm really Chloe and the rope on Mount Amway, then any queen away, don't really to be one. So, and one blow there, e bloden ro cheja
Okay.
o sia flon ro po na cheaji chese gin mo nota so po Burkina bi po ni no we ba onyo ye nwa we ra ba onyo wa ba Burkina bi ni awa do a we bo no abde representative mo no ga nyo mo dwe i ka ke ya go ni ko be no ro yo no onwa na kwi no ake na po mo dwe na mo gbe do sai to we no mo gbe de ke ya go de we ke ya go de mo po abo ya okay ke na ka ula ka ya je son we about tu na mbu na je son na about there na son isi we na po je son na about tu we an safely kan before and where ka mo ne ke ya go de no on na kwiro do awe bo no na mo ba kun no we kuna mo gbe ni ora okay ne mo gbe ne mo ra kuna aja ina se we ina we sike jayo ya pon ye de on one na representative church of grand because no bason do sit na representative they do we they abomu yo church of grand ke ha de ni ya nda ya de ro so upon na so ajire je so ni about two sasa even for church of grand ya pula ko nu ka yo no na kwi ni de we they abakuna mo ba kuna ni ese mo play you kai ola to fon back ero afon ese mo plenyo yukai ya mo po wole si bloa dele wa je mo complain no play ma chire e ble record e clip ni ya record po tc de nya na ora ta mo ba kuna agbere ke ya go lo agbere on wa na represent church of grand ya wo ni adwe ni agbere suit ni agbere ho chi clip de marshal den when de abakuna po clip ni po la o se won ne ya kwiro ke kwi apo ade klibe ja ine ese jo inu nyo gbanyo ne mo ne po ante wo ro ese we no en wa kula de we are that Burkina Faso on yo si as storage go dabira tola people nyo so Gambia so Flala so Burkina Faso o tie de to on di de to e fon la ten da Burkina Faso wa boy say flangan dia di so comme na se di bonyo wa mi en won la gen la Burkina Faso nyo ji we de ka to bi nyo ka pga nyo ka da no ngo ma ku ga gbe no mo bo wa ku na we yo no ka u ga mo en mo nyo bo so oblo nyo la I say ate ya ni ara pon sa ika ya nyo ga say tre abakuna no na kuna imo gba ne da mi ible record di and ku ya mu po chese gin mo no bo we near ebende development do to be no ebende so Mr. This is a very interesting situation. We have to be very careful how we address the land issues because land issue can turn out to be deadly. Land issue can bring violence in a community and we don't want that. Town, when people in Town, they don't go around begging people. They take care of their own. And they have done this for many, many, many years, even in the BI chiefdom. So the people that are listening to me right now, whatever you have to do, make sure that you form a group that will represent your interest. And then you complain to the district commissioner. And the district commissioner, with you complaining, you have to make it clear. You have to make it clear that the issue that you're sending to Mr. Jirute, am I still on? No. Okay. All right. Mr. Jirute, are you with me? Okay. Let me do this. Six two nine three 776-293. I was just about ready.
Okay, he's back on the line. And we ran out of credit, but we got to reactivate. All right, Roku, you're back on the air.
Thank you. If you run out of credit again, I'm seriously serious. I'm very prepared for this program tonight. Like I said, it's being relay here on Liberian Public Radio. But anyway, as I was saying, Mr. Jote, before technology interrupted us. But anyway, no, on a very serious
Yeah, that's it.
On a very serious note, once you put yourself together and complain to the district commissioner, and the issue that you're going to be sending to district commissioner, don't even think about what the district commission position has been before. You're starting this thing like a fresh. Forget about what district commissioner position has been. Forget about what Church of Grand position has been. These are people that are still representing your interests as far as I'm concerned. So if you go to these people, you have to be sincere with them. You have to be truthful with them. Explain to them what your problems are and make it clear to them that if you are unable as our leader to resolve this, that will at least bring some peace to us as people you're representing, then we might have to take it somewhere else. And if he comes and says, well, I don't care, do whatever you want to do, at least you have given him the respect. Adoro you de wa ya unyama po so la jan we to bi sie no nwa wo lon kware no on fen ya lo clean nyamu amo ji ru bla ro we because on one akwi na po je church of grand even po ja church of grand they are amo ji ru bla because akwi ro carry on when. So let's be careful with the land issue, Mr. Juti.
Okay, yeah, that's it. That's it. Thank you for those pieces of advice for our people because sometimes people go against the leaders and they don't really listen to them at times because when you are head of public positions, many a time people will say that they will critique you and the leader too sometimes too they don't like to be critiqued. I think that is the best way you can carry on your leadership style if you are critiqued that people you are leading.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at Liberia. Let's look at Liberia as a whole. Since the instructions of this citizen-led government, and you in the United States of America, what are your impressions of what is happening in Liberia in terms of development and everything that is happening back home?
Well, it's always been my stories that whenever if I have a show here, a conversation with Samson to on Labro Pub Radio, and whenever that I come on air, I've always explained to people that the president of the Republic of Liberia was duly elected. And every one of us that tend to criticize, and not, I don't agree with that government. If I've always said this, if I was in Liberia, specifically Toll Town, to be able to cast my vote, I wasn't going to cast my vote for CDC. But that's besides the point. CDC and the people of Liberia have already made up their mind, and they have elected Dr. Weah to be the president of the Republic of Liberia. Now, having said that, you have what they call constitution. And the Constitution also lay out the processes of us if we want to have the president be replaced. You have to wait for 6 years. And then you go campaigning, and if the Liberian people accept your proposal, because basically what you're trying to do to the Liberian people is that I want to be your leader. And then they will ask you a question, hopefully, what exactly you want to do for us. And if you explain to them and they accept your proposal, they will vote for you. Now, having said that, one of the interesting that continue to happen with especially for me as a Liberian living in a diaspora, it's a very interesting thing.
Sorry, Aston.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, it's been very interesting for me as Samson told from Toll Town. It's been a very interesting in terms of Liberian history. Not before I was born, and not before I became a man. But ever since that, I've witnessed a lot of important historical aspects when it comes to Liberia. I was there in Liberia during the 1979 Red Riot. I was in Liberia during the 1980 coup. I was in Liberia, not the war, but I was in Liberia when the sitting president, first time in the history of the Republic of Liberia, to have a sitting president being sitting side by side with the incoming president, and nobody get killed. There was no involvement of army or anything. It was done peacefully. I was in Liberia during the inaugural program. So there's those things that are very exciting for those of us that have been around for a while. However, election matters. Election have consequence. Ekomba de abli da ula po im na clear noe. Tama clear po ewi. ura imunde imu play bla inu pa nu de mi ya ma bla bla ya ma ko di de nya ido ye de kuide di ya po ni ya ma ko di ne asa ese ni asa o kre ya ba kre for away there ye po na kre ba ni amu de ndi amu desre okay da amu ba wa po ne ba wa mo ya ni aka ni ba nji ba ya ni di de ya ni amu pun po we ni mi ba ni mi e kre ya po di ke we di ba we kan you anu me. Now, the election in Liberia is very important, and we have to be very careful. The voter cards that most of you guys have, and let me say this in my own dialect: population of Liberia, they are all, most of them, underneath the age 50. Young way on 150-year-old, they will say it together. You know, we. Ba was swear on you. Therefore, come on, Blair, importance where there, yes, in it. In second, your moon, therefore, more John, therefore, I see a moment that class. Yet then, blah, and what come on for and no and one chair, and never got for kind, Blair, and future low. Pompon yon balai, those one melody, those one many, yon poy balai, one like yan. But those one yes, yen and 125 year on a bay, you know, so you know, time blue. In blue po saying, way poor, there near and you know, what will parent do? What parent, what man do, what one, you know, what won't blow out that I can buy what's a boom. Nemo on your no one, see at the black town, Saudi, Ponce in saying your clean one and listen again, Netu and Juabon Suku. And weapon now for they are no enough on car photo kind there and you see. Boy, no man, that way poor. Because clearing your own and plot all, you know, who clear what point for that no jetable and plot all, what no it boy. Damn, point arrow coin no. Yapomo say, boy, back, woman, oja call brother, oja, mean that, yon, okay, yeah, man, therefore, Nimike call Puroja, and one those one may, or the moons, me get so call Puroja every day. Or say, no bear, every you are, as a naked, you are through, I will born, I can was in. Yeah, my but I po. Why, there were a moon, or I am moon, yeah, Monia, born, okay, more from dear. It's what I got, and you got an air, more engineer, in Yamusesto Bridge, and may put in bed, we went, Nancy, I say at Monday way. Nancy, I say at Monday way, it went there, hero Moncomo, we got for there, importing. Pon for church, you are my balapo, or my interest blair, and when you're poor balai. Yeah, oh, son, see what you for, no, I can't pour pull up better, what can't pour enemy, what just sad, make it chigis, you want those one, okay, so making the Oceanu. That whether now, what do you know? Mopualo balai, you know, where no, okay, Pino balaya, Gabriel duty, or no red good boy, or chair, young or now, family, or now, you know, clear moon, the Sugupo, you are do Gabriel unity, I know a poodle Sugu. Now, why since you on the also I told you on the I told you when we want to turn on, you know, nowhere. Now, two Japo or doing one, your new John, or no John, or happy John, or say, hold about so. Yeah, your mouth or my policy, yeah, work out in you. In bed, you're happy, just say not we happy. I'm a policy no way, man, your crabby boy, poor, and I'm no. Near the bar, we Andy. Nina bad nedgy chain. They did get with the bladder, the end of the one, no, even though I'm clean poo being there, cow down, clean poo, that's fine. But the bladder, on the one, no. Bladder, I said, there were. Yes, there were no, you are there one poor. You need about again, and you get clear sort of Nima County, you blew out the kind. Yeah, beyond jet away more. There we are jetting around pay taxi. I'll not crown your, I say, boy, poor bear and pay taxi. We can when we are not a teenager swam, elevate swamp with your song, Bassagy. Your we are you whether by say a jig, Lawa Manla, I say at you a man mouse, say with money and I say a jig. So they wait the and they are poor. We count out nowhere upon 4 years. 4 days say no what chair, kai, as a cheddar. Bomble, there were there. No more no in a day, what that immense there or upon 4. So immense there all way and when, while oh, Bibra, upon 4, what I had that yellow. ye lewe don't will emo in way on large and job what that will on yan your one way away in promise you already. There believe what do I believe born one for all men shall obey uke bake uke cry Johnny cry bay for Sauru won't work on your come no one Blue swine one and one check. Emon one day in war will on yan in war promise you already. I'm on day no. Na because day you got agio and I on tie you. The kind of no one. Run you blue swine one and one blue ain't jackie. Okay, everyone almost four. Your club up one, everyone way for yeah. One more therefore. You won't tell will on Yano Beke, Emobia, Montel D, there were more no. Emma, we bad I know. Post who born ya more born not here, I must who do to be no. Ne high school in it. In what's a good way, say celebrity more, say chim one, near Motubo. And swallow chiaro, okay, bay no when one match him one, your way I'm running call near Nepo weekend and ya play do to be the win Corpura. Corpura was in whole Corpura by I knew get your Corpura where my name muchi. Near Sroida where castle. Ponce will cool, there did say we quite young, you know. And because I believe no play, Uklu cool, you know. Umumbloa de la can no jide. General air move way clean, more ponyoy or map de clippy wing poor as a young way. The election there is very, very important. It's important for your survival as a young man. For your survival as a young man. I'll give you an example. When I came to Total the last time, about 2 years ago, there was another brother of mine, I'm not going to call his name, but he have requested current. For people to give him electricity, but they have asked him to go and cut his own light pole. Do you know the light pole you put current on? Do you know the current run through that light pole? And that's what they call what they call crucial. They have chemical they put in it, so it does not. The electricity doesn't go through the pole, but you cutting pole from the bush and putting it in a hole. You know what will happen? That's unsafe. But if you have people who will look into those kinds of stuff, you will be safe. And that's the point that I want to make about the election issue this afternoon. Mr. Ginuti, are you still with me? Okay. I can still hear him. Mr. Ginuti, are you there? Okay. Let me say. Yeah, he's still there. I guess he still want me to talk. He still want. I love it. Talking, that's what I do. So, Yuti, are you there? Yuti? Okay. All right. Put one now, one can still, eh? So, and black is still. Put that good that I'm up. Put one now, one. And maybe because I'm here, I can, and I mean, what you mean, put one, see, I'm one, they have genuine America, I don't want one look. So, don't told one right now. Just what now, any awake still. Ponsa in San October, it's a peace go abo jinwa, with your car through Yaimunwa, ublo wad winwa, tay. Tay newa, upo poi son, poi a jiwe, so I told me no side of the munja, a GDwe. Po niche the bar, yet I tay newa, do I move what? Because we see a repair. Okay. Nepon so tay wine that ponja to your car, little and genuine, that throw at the one. Don't quit up, don't dinner when one son will ting. Job out you go what that poor grill. Card bow, not ting. Get them, one blind way. Do through your one dinner upon so through one and no poor way there. Ah, since it told you, I told you, swag command, you got blue, now you go here, you got poor, big boy, big degree at the mom, go. But anyway, so don't pour with them, pour with their clip, even sort of more born once or told you to one. Any time, see, ta ula you get account, near about you account, and no pour with there in a SL scale, and where near no boy. Because then when we are not boy, we want to them that were done that. Then when we are not boy, and Gabla as a cheated, you were there way left from one. Don't more to open one. Ponina bar, ni mu ni ba ni enato emutonwe ni mu kwai ise ni jewu se won ga emutru yayo ni kliya mutru tonwe ine so pomblejige tonwe de tru de no fo won tru de no ne dia time e de ro ni ate ne dia dia popoi kla ewe dia o popoi do tai wenwa poi nya o tai wenwa son ro po ni ba ne dia de ni adi we ka ji eke ka yon no bla da ka yon ese flu de ise quota fo mbobo. Mr. Duty, are you still with me? Folks, I'm not too sure. Mr. Duty, are you there? Okay. All right, folks. Let me see if I can contact Mr. Duty on my phone here and see if I can. Samson to folks, we're on it this afternoon, and if you're watching me here on LPR as well, I'm going to contact Mr. Juti, who's carrying my voice live on with my people back home in Town. As you know, I'm Samson To from Town. Ain't no question asked. But anyway, I'm talking to them this afternoon about election and election issues and things like that. So I'm going to contact Mr. Juti again to see if he's Mr. So anyway, I will contact Mr. Juti again and see if he's gonna be able to pick me up. So in the meantime, let me do this. Those of you that are in the United States, please continue to watch. Town crier. Of course, I'm the town crier. But what I'm saying is it's wrong. It's wrong. The people back home, if they are not careful how they utilize their voter card, they're going to be affected. And the voter card is their future. It's their future. Am I making this up? Don't you guys see that? So let me see if I can contact Mr. Gidute. In the meantime, listen to this beautiful, beautiful music while I'm contacting Mr. Gidute. Mr. Juti, I was just about ready to call you. Hello?
Yeah, I'm okay. Let's go.
Yeah. I was just about ready to call you. Were you hearing me or it just dropped off?
I'm getting you loud and clear. Like my credit is running out because we are calling direct. So
Okay.
this is the challenge we have.
Why don't I call you? Because I have enough credit on my car. Why don't I call you back? Because and then we can talk maybe about 30 more minutes or so. How's that?
I will appreciate that. I will appreciate that.
Okay. Let me call you right back.
Credit remaining.
Special guest this evening. But we are once more live on this radio. We are across BI district and Boston district this evening.
Okay. Yes. Can you still hear me?
You are loud and clear across the entire district tonight.
Okay. But apparently I am not able to connect to my mixer now. But let's go ahead. Thank you for the opportunity. And so my folks are now. I hope that I'm still audible. Yes. Okay. So the point that I was making earlier, were you able to get my point about the explanation that I gave about voter registration card and how important it is to you young people?
Yeah. I will listen to what you were saying about the voter registration card
Okay.
and how important is the election to our people. That
Right.
they should be very decisive in making decision because
Okay.
the decision they make, it's about their own future.
Okay.
We're following that.
Okay. Let's do this. Let me call you back so that I will be able to connect it to the mixer because I want the entire world to hear your side of the story as you continue to speak. Is that okay? Because right now I'm not connected to the mixer.
It's okay because strictly you are broadcasting from the U.S. to BI district tonight. So
Yes.
for our special guest, whatsoever that is okay, it's
No,
okay with us.
I love this young man. I love this. I wish you were here in the United States with us, as polite as you are. Because last time the young people here, and I don't want to call names, but they want to kick me back to Town. They don't think I belong in America anymore. But thank you for being polite. Let me call you back, Judy. Let me call you back.
Okay, all right.
Noblecom.com. Time remaining 291 minutes.
Okay, Bloku is back on the radio. That's the name we lost most of the time when the council soul is talking about him. He said Bloku will be appearing to that LPR show. All right.
Let me just give you a little background about Bloku. What the name Bloku means. Perhaps a lot of people in our area know, they hear just yes, Bloku, but perhaps they don't know. The Bloku name,
Yes.
Inquinamo Dale, Duaku. Okay. So, bon pa, we ta Duaku in there, so no America, no, we engage. Okay, I want we because I say that we 25-year old, so I say that we I want we I buy gas get cheated. So what do you know what poach what do you know what blind your way what must be? When say how well I them more poach them on you saying when bear because right now duaku one pom in bad weather be work pia wait time because we near baby before and get ekmui mo saying when bear so kwinabo you on one kwinabo you on president no America wow okay ni am block down because car there kwinabo deal and one block. But anyway, let's move on. Now you know. But anyhow, this is Samson too, of course. But anyway, on a very serious note, Mr. Juruti, I think the conversation here this afternoon is very important. And just for your audience to know how fair I am, in this race, I do have somebody that I support. I support William Nyanu. I think I explained that already. And the reason that I support William Nyanu, and I'm not saying, people should follow me or whatever it is. I'm just giving you for the can you see in blood at quality important a car man you see a man you are there for you go there man for in poor balaya those one melody in poor balaya those one menyedi this one menye me okay menyedi a man your balai po so those one me ah in here na mo one you be do we born na mo be mo you so be ke you time be blue kɔpula gbɛ wa jaun na janjan ike simi kɔbu be ke tsina be wa ja la janjo impu kpalɛ o si jaun lɛ wo mɔsɔ agbɔ no mɔsɔ awo gbɔ no mɔsɔ nyɔ di bo nyɔ mɔkiri mɔ flɔ di ne so wa ma campaign running in a tiro because wa nu de bo we ponsia we go ukiri church of grand marshal dene zopeno ukiri no representative be ke senator wa nu imo de bo we mɔnu apel so po jide mo we work on upon the boy you na now dead boy am point ya there am point when that we bola po mo po bo ye ula chieson che yod we intenne chieson po na ne in pon ne dru so ne si an che cheu ise ga mo na o che yodwe nuo che yodwe nyo na muta mo po boy po wulu tie ye with one no de we do we bo no do to obli be ke man ro be ke to obli be ya seni we be ya o swa o bo no se you no play in o lo ala we so the so da ye wula ba inside ala wula ba kla lo nyo nu e kwade we kuide a o kuya yi o de abli da do a we bo no nyo nu kwade ku inja fruisi do wa pom lo because abli nyo so do bo no wula ba inside ga na to be ke seni wen be ke to be ke man ro be ke kaya choso be kaya ta Nigeria ne ka no le kuide no ye bluffy in bluffy wa pom lo because Nigeria we bo no we pon se aku kan je no asien lo ka nia do a we bo no Nigeria ye fruisi nu e we de ni ke still nyo wa jiga wa pon jo pon fo yo pon fo yo nuwe o yinaro awa sondi mo question te en pon fo yan da we bola ase jamble ya imane man ni ma count e claim yan ni jine ke nu wo mo je a we wa mo compare we mo Russia because wa pon mo no mo wa pon fo o kenye mo wo fo de wo we da yan mo iso jeun le e se aset mo iso jeun le you je ne po nyom bo be ma be do bo before aji iwe de ipo mo na fo e mo nu ne bon point that we that o e je an point I no true ti ro e krian blind e true ro ina je je an mu an ba yo okay im do tobdi im le family nyon do tobdi family nyon ble a o sa ma wa ke im ble nyinu no o ble nyinu no an nyinu ke wa nyinu ke un de we because an no a sefru so la ya blimu tike nyon we atike en play 2000 be ke 2500 be ne po na mu mo yon wa se da nyem ble nyinu a commerçant que la ton be no krian me ka di po we ji o ke skin kwa nyinu be ke we ji ge e se an mo be ye mo yon ya nya la e ke skin kwa be ke manju be ke cry man you beke you was me akrebe ina ndu wo krebe we ina isi right anya o si an e won sense do kwa o si anu be ku ga cry be yon si anu be ka le be yan si right o ju wo clean ndu wa ke je ina nyunu una nyunu asi abai we le denya in one sense I said about no forever amu si ake we ga isi asia so si adbo no le na ina nyunu ke skin kwa nyunu ke o si abai we connection now you know see anene ina fa se be get to se be yan man do that we can family John when you ne see adbo no le see adbo ken ne see awe nyo am le no an you ke mo an you ke o see awe we be no o see anu be ya pom po fo ne po e duru riche we nyo o ma nyo amaji wo kan do won nya no na yan gablana won nya no no Grand Association no America no one place won nya no onu place do club that we there inu sector in you go your way onu there wo karun momu dia no we o amu dia no omu inu je de wo lo nya no apon anu we do eni nyon we ayojugo enu amu de twen yan che akon epo yan che asimi we je wo lo ju o ma no we ji wo kan o apon kun abo yim lesimi na gbon wa o ma ismi yin anya smi ya idea klade na smi ya pon kan mu no o se ji amu kan mu no je nyo amaji o ma kun pon tuwe igwan che akon pon igwan che adi dei pon igwan che adai pon ni e we nyo wo agba ide grand jide dia we bo no grand jide is supposed to be the envious of all the counties, to be honest with you, because Grandians are hard workers. We don't go around begging people. We don't go around asking for handout. Grandians always want something better for themselves. I'll give you an example. Back in the days, when they say the president or whoever is coming, Grandians will start brushing the road. And people who are old enough can attest to this, will start brushing from Sesto River all the way to Zwedru. So when the president is driving through Grandians, the entire place is clean. That's who we are. Those days, they used to, the town crier used to say, Mumpo, Mowoyo, Kuyaji, Klawe, no Baki Jabaika, wo, be boing. Ese kuyaji de nurakli. Ya kranyo clean. Mama fo monune. Ta mama fo po monune. De kamo anyate. Imponyon de baraila. Ampo bara ese climb ba ojo we kan jide do ese e we kayo. Impo la janya la do so me okay so menye di. So me okay so menye por say nje ya por ka mu nu e. Imba jide la janya de so me o di ka mu nu e. Jan we nu anti. Wo boji ga wo bon sadi nge na o do mwen wo ji unyu sadi e mo wala diga na able question o apons go and ya di o mo chen adi wo ya able question no wo mo question te clear mo anu able no your bags they clear ni mi du kan be ba po sense ja ro go ni mi du kan be ke clear obe I ni o I clear they way they do we ba ni in why do we be ni why clear no more. Don't am call it we vloggy we they play basi I ne come on didi am one play pa beke pere beke e claim am point we na come we vloggy no we play am we adu we no don't drew mo no se si an didi and dey apoya mo ponyo o ama mo yanye ese kom na negwe baikai mo play almost 15 counties. Uklibine wapon de ide kom na we ne ye nyo ma nyapwe o ma wulubla o ma kom na found dipo anyo apon yan yo e we nyo do ampwe. And that's what I want to say about that as well, Mr. Juche. It's very important. And there are a lot of people, and I'm not too sure why people are watching me today. I'm here speaking about Grand Jida County, and everybody else is watching. But Juche, that's the thing. Any more questions?
Oh yeah, I mean that's a fact you're saying. You know, that's the fact. Election, our people got to open their eyes and their ears. But for me, for my perfection, I don't really say that this is the person I want. So I mean, whosoever that would drive this country or this district forward or this county is our interest. So that's the fact. So let's just take a bit of. We'll be coming back to close up on this note because like my phone is running out of power because we don't have additional power here right now. So
that's okay.
You can play some traditional song.
Okay. You want me to play another one?
Yeah, play some traditional song and for a few minutes then we'll be coming back to close.
Mr. Giruji, are you there? Mr. Giruji, I hope his phone is not dead. Okay, so he's not back yet. Let's play. Mr. Giruji, are you there? Okay, so I'm not too sure. Maybe he will join me here very shortly. Folks, basically what I'm trying to do here, what I've been doing this afternoon, and we thank Mr. Francis Janso for giving us the opportunity to sit in here again this evening. We appreciate it. But basically, Mr. Giruti, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm following you. Let's go.
Okay, thank you. So anyhow, before we close, and like I said, I'm also airing this. Let me say this thing here as well. I want to take this opportunity to tell you thank you, you and the station. You people are doing such a wonderful job to continue to provide information for our folks, and it is very important. Information is power. And so I will hope that our people within the district will take this information power that they have within their hand to do whatever they can to maintain it and make sure that you stay and your group stay, because it's very important. Okay, you know, you're a very young man, very young. And yet still you decide to stay in Tainua way born. And by claiming that you're not going to job you go a report, I mean, there's Zodre on it to the world right now. So woman on Tainu born, SAN, and say to what being say, based in one better to what you know, you're the one who be SA with her. Yet the one bring your will like better. You know, by Tavgao, Ublea, red go here, Upon, who doing with freeway, and you are new, a young canacao, a young canacao, near where there upon school money, and more sense anytime. That no any there he say full bombler he say full a cleaning poo that poo you are doing in America is that problem no, but on a very serious note for any there that perhaps you think we can do that will be feasible to continue the process that you carry on. Please don't hesitate. Let us know. We'll do what we have to do. I'll swallow born one, so guys behind this to near and you're able to go there and get no blue one can we can ask people who are being involved and will be able to whatever help we can give, we will do so.
All right. Baku, then we want to say thank you. And I won't school, when we are well, I won't school, I won't throw.
I try get more cream, more point the way now again. Last time so you know this one to go from the clibis guy when poor clue. He said your day up they said go some was a debo and then your this one to go up said debo from the new so to go from the new so and then your contest what go okay from one now on pop from one hammer. Yeah, way there and go and they don't know how my quina and what row my gill and our brother man you James Dallas. Thank you very much for taking care of that tree. The tree you're taking care of is our root. We appreciate it. Thank you. All right, Gabriel. Tobignon.
Yeah.
I hope Gabriel will contact us again and we'll do this from time to time. Thank you very much, Gabriel. We appreciate it.
So much. It's our pleasure talking to you tonight.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, folks. Samson Toe, of course, Liberian Public Radio. Like I said, I thank Mr. Zian So for giving us the opportunity again this evening. I think a lady wrote something here, and it's very important. And I will do what I can to get in touch with Gabriel before the night is over. Maybe we have to do a program where our brothers and sisters, since we have the means of having them calling, or we call them and we have them talk to us through our mixer and be able to carry it live, so that we can have the old folks to call into the radio station, Gabriel radio station, which is a peace radio station, and we're going to relay that so we can hear from our brothers and sisters as well. I think I will talk to Mr. So to see if he will give us that permission to make it part of our program, because I think it's very important. Maybe we don't just have to do it to say everybody. Maybe we do town to town and have somebody or Gabriel relay the information from that specific town to talk to our brothers and sisters here as well through this medium. I think it's something will be very interesting. So I think I'm going to talk to Mr. So and see if we have to do that. It's been a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, folks. Samson To. I'll be back here again this coming Friday, of course. And we will be bringing you some wonderful, wonderful story. I want to thank all of you. This was just something this evening to have conversation with my people back in To Town. It's a peace radio in To Town. When I keep telling you about To Town, I think that's only small. To Town. If you want to enjoy Liberia, come to To Town. If you want to enjoy Grand Gide, come to To Town. If you want to enjoy Boston District, come to Town. Anything you want to enjoy your life in Liberia, Boston District, Grand Gide County, come to Town. The best town ever. The best town you can think about is Town. Town. Don't forget Town. Come to Town and you will enjoy your life. Again, this is Samson To. I want to thank all of you again this evening for tuning into Liberian Public. Good night, folks.
Can you